Hey everybody, do you own an auto body shop, a mechanic shop, a transmission shop, some type of general auto repair business, and you've got customers that are not picking up their vehicles? They've had them there for 2 or 3 weeks after you've had it completed, your money's tied up, and now you've done some Googling, you found this video on how to do a mechanic's lien. Don't pay a company a lot of money to do a mechanic's lien for you. With just a little bit of time and know-how, you can file it yourself. If you want to follow along, I'll show you how. Okay, so this is actually the second mechanic lien video I've ever made, and I wanted to get some points across right at the beginning of the video because there's been questions asked, and I just want to make sure everybody understands. This video is for Texas residents, meaning the business is located in Texas. If you're in another state, this video is not going to apply to you. Second, you have to be a legitimate repair shop with a federal tax ID number, or you will not be able to do this. Third, you will need a signed work order or authorization for repairs, or you cannot do this. Now, most counties are now accepting digital footprints. So if you can print out in your paperwork and see where they scribbled some type of signature or checked yes for approval, you should be fine. I would call your county before you are in the situation where you need to file a mechanic's lien to find out what they'll accept. All right, those are the basics. That will keep you from watching the whole video only to find out that you can't do it anymore. Oh yeah, one other thing. You have to do this no more than 30 days after the work was completed. If you've got a car that's been sitting on your lot for 5 years, you cannot file a mechanic's lien on that car. The work has to have been done, you notified the customer, and then you have up to 30 days to file the form. All right, so you got somebody in your shop, you've done what you're supposed to do. Car comes into the shop, Mr. Customer, I need you to sign this. That motor replacement's going to be $3,500. Mr. Customer signs. And then he leaves. You do the work. You call Mr. Customer. Mr. Customer, this car is ready to be picked up. You owe me $3,500. They don't return your call. They don't return your call. They don't return your call. Now you want to file a mechanic's lien. So the first thing you're going to need to do is verify who the legal owner of the vehicle is. For that, you're going to use the request for motor vehicle information, which is Texas Form VTR 275. Don't worry, down below, I'll put a link to it. Basically, you fill out this form. It's 2 pages. Sorry, I'm looking over at it here just to make sure I'm right. But applicant information up at the top, that's you. You're going to have to provide an ID. You're the shop owner, a business card, or you can send someone from the shop. And then you're going to put the vehicle information in, the VIN, the year, model, license plate. And then you're going to mark under under record request, the bottom section there, it is $2 for a duplicate registration. Then you're going to sign as name of applicant, signature of applicant, and on page 2, it asks you what your right is to get this information. And you are going to initial, don't check off, initial about halfway down the page, maybe a third of the way down the page. Use in normal course of business by legitimate business or its authorized agent. You will then take that form to your county tax office. That's where you get your license plates. That form, $2, your picture ID, a business card is helpful. They're going to give you a copy of that vehicle's most recent registration. Why do you need that? Well, to start with, you need to verify who the legal owner of the vehicle is. So it might be that the kid that's 25 brought the car in, didn't pay for it, but the car is legally his father's car. So his father would need to be made aware. Now also, you need to find out if there is a lien on the vehicle. that will be there as well. And then if it is a guy that's 35 years old that brought in the car, his wife might be on the vehicle. So she'll need a document as well to let her know that it's going to be sold. So fill out that form. It's $2. Go to your county tax office, get the information, and come back to your shop. Then you're going to start filling out your mechanic lien forms. Okay, next form up is Texas DMV form VTR 265, Mechanics Lien Foreclosure. Don't get scared by this. It's a very straightforward, easy to do form. It's one of those things that if you do it once, you're going to kind of question yourself, but if you have to do it a second time or a third time, it is old hat. Matter of fact, I'm so used to it now that I have 2 or 3 shops that actually call me to have me do the paperwork for them because they just don't want to fool with it, and I have it all kind of set up on a blank form. Anyway, so you've gotten that information. Now, let's start at the top of this form. The vehicle information. It wants your VIN, your year, make, model, license plate, and then, this is what's important, it wants the printed names of the registered owners. So that could mean it's Robert Smith, Julie Smith. It could mean it's Bob Smith. Okay, so that goes on there. The next section is mechanic or customer information. So you're going to put your shop's information in. Okay, the name of your shop's address, your shop's city, state, zip. The next line down is who brought the vehicle to you for the repair. Whether that person's name is on the title or not, you put that person's name in. You also will have needed to have gotten that person's address into your system, so that person's address will go in there. That doesn't matter if it's a different address than was on their registration receipt. For the purpose of this form, you put the address that they gave you. Okay? Next section, about the middle of the page, is foreclosure public sale information. You are going to put in there the date the vehicle was left for repair. You are going to put the date the repairs were completed. And you are going to put the price of your service, what they owe you. The next blank is storage fees, if any. Here is my advice on storage. It takes another form. They're probably not paying you anyway. Skip it. Just call it a 0. And why I say that is, on the fluke, the vehicle is new enough that a lien holder is going to come forward. Then they almost always ask if there's storage, and then you would tell them, yes, sir, I charge $35 a day, 3 days after the vehicle was picked up. It's been 10 days, it's been 20 days, it's whatever. Usually they'll just include it. If they balk, say, yeah, give me $200, I understand. Or you may just be so happy to get your money, you're not going to mess with it, and you're going to collect it for your invoice amount. You can handle that part how you want, okay? Now, you'll have some notices that you need to send out. This is very important. This is the list of who gets notices. So bear in mind, it could be 1 notice, 2 notice, 3, 5, any number of notices. Here is what has to happen on the notices. First, the name and address that the person gave you when they signed your sign-in sheet and authorized the work. That is 1 notice. So you're going to mail a certified letter to them at that address. Second, when you use that request for vehicle information, if they are the only person on it, but they have a different address listed, you also need to send one to that address. If they are the only person on it and it's the same address, you're good. Now, if it is a husband and wife, you will need to send a separate certified letter to each one at the address on your request for vehicle information. If it's a completely different person because they bought the car from somebody and they never transferred the title, that person has to have a letter as well. And then finally, if there is a lien holder, that lien holder will need to get the letter. So when it comes time to writing the letter, and I'll talk more about that in a minute, you're going to use the same letter and just make 4 copies, 4 copies of your invoice, 4 copies of the work authorization, and you're going to send that to all 4 of those people, or 2 people, whatever it is. and that is what you're going to use. Now, under that repair public foreclosure information, the notices section, that is the notice that that's the date that you mailed off your letters, and we're going to talk about letters in a minute. Then the county that you filed it, and the date that the county was notified, and then that form, along with the receipts for your certified letters, goes to the county. You pay them $25 and they issue you a receipt. They will make copies of all of your documents and give them back to you. Then what happens is they are going to mail very similar documents to all of those addresses as well, basically telling the person, hey, he's not joking, he can sell your shit if you don't come pick it up. All right, so that's the form. You use that form at the start. You get your letters in the mail. And then right now we're going to talk about the letter and what has to be in it. And then we're going to circle back and say, how do you finish this form when the vehicle actually gets sold?
Hey everybody, this is Tom. If you're still watching my video, that means you're watching this plug. And what I want to ask for in this plug is for you to give me a like and subscribe to my channel. I recently looked at my Facebook data and I found out that only 5% of the people that watch my videos are actually subscribed to my channel. I know part of it is because some of the stuff I do is very specific information. How do you sign your title? How do you get a copy of your title? What do the different title colors mean? And that's something that you probably go to YouTube because of a Google search. You find that information, you get your question answered, and you're done. And that's one of the reasons I've started including some behind the scenes from my car dealership into my channel. So if it's content that you think you like, that you might like, that you know someone that would like, or you just constantly are having questions, maybe you're buying and selling cars on your own at home in your garage, maybe you're thinking of opening a dealership, a subscribe to my channel and a like would go so far. I really appreciate it, guys. Thanks for watching.
All right, so now on to the demand letter. This is very straightforward. The second page of the foreclosure sale document is actually and literally the instructions. But here's what has to be in your letter. And I have a form already made up on my computer. I just go in there and type in the pertinent information. For starters, your business's name, address, and federal tax ID number has to be listed on the form. Second, I address the letter to every single person that would be listed. The guy that brought me the job, the legal name of the owner, the lien holder. I just put to Bob Smith at this address, Bob Smith at this address, Susie Smith at this address, ABC Lien Company at this address. So I just have 4 so that I can use the same letter and just print it 4 times. So you get that on there. Concerning 2016 Chevrolet Tahoe VIN number, blah, 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 blah. This vehicle was left for repairs on X day. You want to make sure it matches the foreclosure document. Repairs were completed on X day. Same date that you listed on the form. Currently, an outstanding balance of $5,227 is now due. This is your formal notice to pay these charges at our shop. Here's a good one. In certified funds only, 8 to 5, Monday through Friday. If you do not pay this charge of $5,300 some dollars by X date, 30 days from the day you're going to mail the letter, your vehicle and all interest in it will be sold to recover the cost of repairs incurred. If you have any questions, please contact us at blah, 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 signed Tom Griffin, owner. That's what needs to go into the document. If you read the directions, it tells you those things have to be in the document letter. So you make that out, you attach the letter, a photocopy of the signed work order, or printed out work order with the authorization on it, whatnot, and a copy of the unpaid invoice. So in this case, you would make 2 or 3, whatever it is, seal them up in an envelope. Everybody that's had their name attached to this vehicle somewhere gets a certified letter. You do not need to send it, return receipt requested. You get that little tiny white and green form that just says certified mail. You fill that out ahead of time, you take it to the post office, you pay them, they stamp it the day that you did it. Then you leave the post office and you take those certified receipts that are stamped by your post office and your $25 and the mechanic lien foreclosure document to your county tax office. Hello, county tax office, I need to file this lien, please. They make all the photocopies, and then I always ask, just to be safe, now I can sell this vehicle on what day? It is 30 days from that day. Now I will also say, weird enough, that Collin County, up here in the DFW Metroplex, they actually made my customer meaning my friend that owns a shop, wait like 45 days before they would let him sell it, and I don't know why, because the state law is 30. Anyway, that being said, you pay your $25, and then you go back to your shop and wait. If the customer comes in, you have asked for the money in full and in certified funds. If they pay it, great, give them their vehicle. If they want to get personal items out because they're leaving it to you, so be it. You can tell them, bring your title. That will speed the process up for you. If they don't want to do that, that's fine. If they got a lien on it and the repo company is going to come pick it up, maybe they come and get their stuff out of it. I don't know. Anyway, if they come to get it, they pay you the money, nothing more needs to be done. You don't need to tell the county, you don't need to do squat, just take your money, run to the bank. If 30 days rolls by and they have not picked up the vehicle, now you can sell it, which is pretty exciting stuff. Okay, so now you're going to want to download DMV Form 130U, application for title. That is the form you're going to use to sell the vehicle along with this packet of stuff. So you advertise the vehicle, you have a buyer that's interested in the vehicle, it's time to do the paperwork. What do? Start with the bottom, which is the section where you have to have it notarized. Once it's gone to 30 days, you know they're not coming for it, you know you're going to sell it, go to a notary, sign the form, have it notarized and dated. That way, when an actual buyer comes, you're ready to go. So now, guy comes in, likes the car, you can ask whatever amount you want for it. $5,000 repair, vehicle's $10,000, you can ask that, okay? So let's just say the vehicle is going to sell for $10,000. You are then going to go back to the foreclosure document, look at foreclosure public sale information. Public sale, the date of the sale is the day that you're selling it. Location is your shop's address, and then sales price, however much money they're giving you for it. Then below that is purchaser. So you're going to put the purchaser's name exactly as he wants it on the title and his address. Section below that, odometer disclosure. Even though Texas does not track odometers for older vehicles that are 10 years old or newer vehicles, they are tracking them indefinitely. So regardless, when you're doing a foreclosure sale, you do have to write in the mileage. So you'll get the mileage out of the vehicle, put it in the odometer box, and then you're going to sign signature of seller agent, and your buyer is going to sign as purchaser agent and the date. Okay? Then you have the affidavit of statutory lien holder that's already been notarized. That's the bottom part of that document. So that one page, that goes. Application for title, Form 130U, you fill out as the seller, and you sign at the bottom as the seller, and your buyer can write all their information in later. Then all the documents associated with the mechanic's lien, the copy of the invoice, the copy of the demand letter, the photocopies of the certified letters, all that goes together, and they take that to the county tax office and they can transfer their title. Now, Texas has a law, if the vehicle has not been inspected in the last 90 days, you cannot get a registration, meaning license plates. You can do a title transfer, but you can't get license plates. So it would be in your best interest to go and take the vehicle and get it inspected, or tell the customer they're going to need to go get it inspected when they get their insurance before they try to go get license plates. That's all you got to do there. Anyway, that is how you do a mechanic's lien here in Texas. All right, guys, I hope you found this video informative. Like I said, I've made one before. I had some questions I saw pop up more than one time, so I thought I wanted to clarify those. The big takeaways, of course, are you have to be a shop, you have to have a signed work order, you have to have a tax ID number, and you have to get this done within 30 days from the time that the work was completed. That's the big ones right there. So anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you'll be kind enough to give me a like or subscribe, maybe some comments down below. I do my best to answer all of those. I appreciate you watching, and y'all have yourselves a great day.